What's up, everyone? Arctic here, bringing you guys a brand new Halo 4 gameplay. This is some Infinity Slayer on Opus. Hey, I know I got a lot of this map, but I can't help it. I've only played it, literally, I've only played it 4 times or 5 times or something like that. And almost all those videos, I think 4 out of the 5 or 3 out of the 4 are on my channel. So it still feels fresh to me. I'm not worn out on this map yet. I'm really enjoying myself. Now, the weapon tuning update is live. This is a gameplay with the update in mind. Just got killed by some freaking rockets. I thought I was going to avoid them. And I will say, for the grace period, the intermittent grace period, I am feeling like this is a fantastic update. I wouldn't be surprised if my opinion changes. I will say that I feel like, despite me wanting to see a 4-shot battle rifle return, I think that a lot of players, as this goes on, are going to be like, oh my god, this is too strong. And you're going to hear the players that wanted it and like, oh my god, you're such a noob. No, this is the best thing ever. So it's one of those things where I think, being in game development now, and again being in community management, I see this all the time. And you know, you take away someone's play style that was, you know, once dominant, and you strengthen someone else's play style. That person that got theirs nerfed is not going to be happy, and they don't want to make adjustments in order to quote unquote, I guess, perfect their game, or, you know, just adapt to the changes. So I wouldn't be surprised if people kind of upset about this change as time goes on. I'm really mad about that ordnance drop right there. I called it in, thought I was safe, was going to grab that and kill one guy, and then all of them spawned over there. It was really unfortunate, and I really wanted to use the shotgun on this map because I haven't used it yet. Anyway, so I'm starting to see a little bit of this on the forums. I've just been kind of poking around like I normally do, seeing what people were saying. I will say that the response for this update has been overwhelmingly positive from what I've seen on the forums, what I've seen on Twitter. Seems like a lot of people are really enjoying it. Now, there's a couple, I think, people that weren't maybe voicing their opinions that are starting to crop up on the forums. And this is what I was talking about. This is that constant state of no one is ever going to be happy about balance, because each person has their own opinions on how a game should play. I saw a post that said, and this is quote verbatim, 343 has completely taken away the skill component with this update. Right, so that was one that I found particularly interesting, because the competitive community, some of the best players in the world in Halo, helped make some of these changes or offer their input on these changes. Again, some overlap with some of the other games I've talked about with the skill thing, right? Another post said, and this was talking about the playlists and how things are playing out right now. I think it was Infinity Slayer. No abilities is close to what Halo 4 should have been. And that, to elaborate a little bit more on that, they were going back and forth with a guy that said, this is close, the update is cool, but the playlist and Infinity Slayer is terrible, and Slayer Pro is terrible, and those things need to be addressed. And the guy said, hey, you know, some people want to use abilities in Slayer Pro. Why is there 3 Slayer Pros and no Infinity Slayer options? And the guy's like, hey, Slayer Pro is what it should have been. That should have been Halo from the get-go. Again, that's that thing where, again, these are some guys that don't like the changes with Reach that kind of adapted over to Halo 4. Okay, you constantly see that. Another thread was on movement speed. Now, the strafe speed, I guess, was heightened, increased, so that you have better maneuverability. I think a lot of people would consider this to be a skill gap thing, you know, having better movement than someone else. But apparently, this person didn't agree and said that the strafe speed was fine where it was at. I don't know why you guys increased it. That was a major mistake. So those are pretty much the only complaints that I've really seen. There's some people that aren't too happy with, obviously, like the DMR change, because there were so many people using the DMR and some other weapons. But I'd say, like I said before, it seems like there's an overwhelming response of people that are enjoying this, and I feel like it's a grace period thing. We'll probably see some changes. Now, one thing I am kind of puzzled on, you know, with the BR is, why was the BR changed in the first place? I really am trying to imagine why that was changed. You know, I feel like the DMR, you know, it kind of set itself apart when it was introduced, but I don't know if it really needed to cause the battle rifle to change. And what I think will be even more interesting is, as this Halo series continues with the Prometheans, will we see new weapons that are introduced that will continue to either strengthen or nerf some of the existing weapons? Like we had the light rifle with this game, will we see a new rifle with the next one? And, you know, the more weapons that they introduce, the harder the game is going to be to balance. So I really kind of am hesitant to see what the response is going to be like in terms of multiplayer for the future of this game, especially since Quinn is going to have the bulk responsibility of making these changes, presumably. Other than that, like I said, I am pretty happy with the changes. I am concerned about the strength of the battle rifle. I have not messed around with too many other weapons. I do want to use the DMR again. I do want to use the light rifle, and the carbine I heard is supposed to be banging right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Please make sure to check out Frag Logic. Link is down in the description. Quinn Dohoyo from 343 will be on the show. And until the next time, guys, I will catch you later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for future videos on my channel.